Hey everyone! Welcome to this video where we'll explore how Linux containers have evolved over time, all the way from early solutions like Virtuoso to modern tools like Docker and Rocket. Let's dive in step by step and understand how we got to where we are today. Our journey begins in 2001 with two key technologies, Virtuoso and Linux vServer. Virtuoso was one of the first solutions that allowed multiple isolated environments to run on a single Linux system. It introduced the idea of OS-level virtualization, which is the foundation of containers. You could run several isolated Linux environments that shared the same kernel but couldn't interfere with each other. Alongside that, we had Linux vServer, another early container-like solution. It also used a shared kernel but isolated file systems, network, and process trees to simulate separate machines. Think of both as early blueprints for what we now call containers, like carving out multiple rooms within the same house, each with its own key and lock. In 2005, OpenVZ entered the picture. It was the open-source version of Virtuoso and a major step forward. What made OpenVZ special was it supported resource management. You could limit CPU, memory, and disk I/O per container. It allowed live migration, meaning you could move a container from one host to another without shutting it down. OpenVZ started showing people how containers could be lightweight and flexible, much faster than traditional virtual machines. Now we jump to 2007, when libvirt came out, a toolkit to manage virtual machines and containers. But the real game-changer came in 2008 with the introduction of LXC, Linux containers. LXC was the first native container technology built directly into the Linux kernel using C groups to limit CPU, memory, and I/O. Namespaces to isolate users, networks, file systems, and processes. This meant containers became much more secure and lightweight, no full guest OS, no hypervisor. Just isolated apps running with their own view of the world. It was like putting apps into their own self-contained boxes, with clear walls and doors that could only be opened by them. In 2011, Cloud Foundry built Warden to handle container lifecycle and isolation. Warden ran containers using LXC underneath but added a layer of control for developers. It allowed spawning containers, managing them, and applying consistent rules across environments. You can think of Warden as LXC with a remote control, giving developers more predictable tools for large-scale apps. Then came the big revolution, Docker, launched in 2013. Docker took what LXC started and made it developer-friendly by adding a way to package applications with their dependencies using a Docker file. Version control for container images. Easy image sharing through Docker Hub. Simple commands like Docker run to spin up containers instantly. Docker didn't invent containers, but it made them mainstream. It's like comparing raw building materials, LXC, to a ready-to-use IKEA kit, Docker. Suddenly, everyone could build and ship apps consistently. Later in 2013, Google introduced LMCTFY, short for Let Me Contain That For You. It was Google's own container runtime based on their internal infrastructure experience, like Borg and Omega. Then in 2014, CoreOS released Rocket, another container runtime meant to be more secure and composable than Docker. It tried to solve concerns around Docker's growing complexity. Rocket focused on the idea that a container should just do one thing well, run an app and nothing more. So, let's recap this evolution. 2001 to 2005, early concepts, Virtuoso, Linux Server, OpenVZ. 2008, LXC brought native containerization to Linux. 2011, Warden added orchestration. 2013, Docker made containers easy and powerful. 2014, Google and CoreOS responded with LMCTFY and Rocket. Each of these tools contributed building blocks to what we now call the container ecosystem, laying the foundation for technologies like Kubernetes, Containerd, and more. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more container tech deep dives, and drop a comment below with any questions. Thanks.